watching Ultimate Dodgeball. We are here at the Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you see our pro dodgeball teams out on the Skyzone Trampoline Dodgeball Arena as they prepare for today's head-to-head matchups.
I'm Trace Worthington alongside iconic dodgeballer Ed Prentice. A great matchup coming your way. One of two. It is Covina out of Los Angeles, and they are our defending champions, and they will take on Plainfield Skyzone outside of Indianapolis. And Ed, obviously, Covina clearly with the advantage here coming into this match.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, the problem is Plainfield just does not get to play against the kind of competition that Covina's playing with against on a regular basis. So they're walking into a buzzsaw today with the kind of throwers that Covina has. Plainfield's a good team. They're a solid team. It is going to be an uphill battle for them because Covina is so strong.
All right, looking forward to it. Before we begin, let's meet some of the guys from our first matchups.
Skyzone Covina out of Los Angeles and Skyzone Plainfield from Indianapolis. Skyzone Covina led by strong captain Vince Marchbanks, and Ed, he's backed up by a very strong, powerful team.
Yeah, number 7, Justin Pine. Big gun on Justin, and you got to watch out when he's throwing in your direction. And then, of course, there's always the other dangerous player out there with the arm, and that's Nate Kreider. And Ish Blanco, mellow off the court, but a killer on the court. Number 13, watch out for him today. And finally, last but not least, Paul Harrell, who catches everything in sight, and he's got a little bit of an arm on him too. So that team is pretty well rounded.
And Plainfield Skyzone from Indianapolis features Wade Norton with the rippin' red mohawk, Ed.
Yeah, and Captain Joe Gray, number 1. He's always jumping around out there. Keep an eye on him today. But don't forget about number 10, Matt Street. Solid all-around player. And a big help for Indianapolis is number 0, Ryan Miller. But he's no 0 on the court when he dives like that. And finally, but last but not least, Andy Lang, number 6. And he is always talking out there, keeping guys in line.
And Ed, I'm taking odds on how long Lang can hang in till Kreider nails him with a cross court. Here we go. Game 1 underway.
Well, that may not be too long because it looks like Covina is going to take a pretty offensive stance here, and they've already got Indianapolis backed up against that back wall. And they're firing away. And you look at Covina using the full court as Marchbank steps off to the side. Now watch Wade Norton. He likes to play up front. He's a small target, and he gets up front, and a lot of times he's purely a distraction. The ball goes right past him, and it loads up their sides with ammunition. Look at Pyan just ripping it. Number 7, Justin Pyan, firing away at Indianapolis.
It's 5-on-3, Los Angeles in black, Indianapolis in orange.
Yeah, and this is not a slow-paced game. Both teams are just coming at it. They both know how important these games are. Each and every one counts, each and every one matters, and every throw is big. Pyan raises his hand, steps to the side as he gets hit with a low throw.
4-on-1.
Yeah, Ryan Miller's got his work cut out for him back there as Covina just lines up. Blanco's just jumping around. This team is fired up and ready to make a kill. Miller's diving around, and he hasn't been hit yet, so that's good news for Indianapolis. Miller better bank on a catch, though, because it's going to be very difficult for him to take out all 3 of these guys from Covina. He's going to give it a shot. Oh, and that is not the way you want to go out. That is not the way you want to go out. He stepped on that center pad, and you're not allowed to do that, Trace. And if you do so, you are called out.
Small mistake cost them.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay. 5-on-5, we start out. Cross-court shot nails Marchbanks to take him out, following a throw by the Covina captain. And there it comes. Throw, and bang. He's out. Tries to make the catch, doesn't come in with it. We got Norton, who comes up on Pyan. He loves to play up front, like I said, and Pyan just makes an easy catch. And Norton's pointing at him, but Pyan's waving him off to the sideline. And here's a big throw by Ish Blanco. Really important, takes Matt Street out of the game, and Blanco's able to also dodge the oncoming ball. Watch Street get hit, really close, but a nicely thrown low ball takes Street out at the legs. And here we go. We got Indianapolis on the attack, but it really didn't do much here. And then Andy Lang, number 6, tries to block the ball, and he blocks it right down into his shin. Take a look at that. But Pyan doesn't have enough time to look at it because here comes Ryan Miller. And watch this. Miller from the left side just takes Pyan out with a nicely thrown low ball. And Pyan almost comes up with a great catch here. You can see it here again. So Pyan to Lang, Miller to Pyan, 2 guys out, and that leaves Miller all by himself against 3 guys from Corvina. He makes a great attempt there. But if you look closely, he steps on that center pad right there, and the ref calls him out. The center line infraction, you're not allowed to plant on that line when you throw. So, there it is, close up, we see what happened, and it's a horrible way to go out, horrible way to lose a game, but unfortunately, that's the way it went today for Indianapolis in this first game.
Well, no question, an action-packed first game. Los Angeles up 1-0. Game 2 is up next here at Skyzone Las Vegas. Stick around.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch. Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Welcome back to Ultimate Dodgeball from Las Vegas, Nevada, brought to you by Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park. Ultimate Dodgeball lives here. Visit skyzone.com for a park near you. And by Center Edge Software, serious software for fun business. Learn more at centeredgesoftware.com. Let's get back to the matchup. Game 2, Los Angeles versus Indianapolis. Trace Worthington and Ed Prentice. Great game, Los Angeles dominating in the first game. So here we are, game 2. Los Angeles in black and Indianapolis in orange.
Yeah, let's see, Trace, if Indianapolis learned anything from that game. Well, Norton did not, because he stepped right up front without a ball, and he paid the price. There's Andy Lane back there with the ball, and Pines jumping around like crazy. What do you think so far, Trace?
Well, it seems like, I mean, you're the pro at this, but it seems like Indianapolis came out and didn't have the patience, and now they're paying for it.
I think you hit it there. And you look at the casualness of Corvino. They look so at ease. They're just walking around the mats, moving around. And Norton's able to block that one. And here it comes, all by himself.
Beating up on the little guy.
Boy, and that was quick. 1, 2, 3, and Norton's very disappointed. But Covina's not. They're very excited. And let's look at the replay here, because this is where things get crazy. First play, Norton comes up, no ball, and just gets taken out. And you can see him off the screen, and he knocks him right back into the screen. Here he comes again. Boom! Marchbank says, hello, welcome to Ultimate Dodgeball. And nobody blinked, because things are about to get really interesting, because there's a throw from Lang to Kreider. Kreider makes the catch. Bang! There you go. Lang has to step to the side. But wait a second, it's not over now, because Kreider makes that catch. But look in your lower right-hand corner, and Street comes up with a catch of his own. But at the same time, let's look close, because Street makes the catch. He bounces up, brings the ball in right here, and bang! Gets hit right in the head. And it ain't over yet, folks, because look to his right, there's Mr. Gray, who gets hit in the leg because he's paying attention to the Street. And Lang still hasn't even gotten off the court yet. That's how fast that happened. And why is Norton out there now? Well, because Street made that catch earlier, but it didn't matter much, because look at that, Norton's already down. He's backing up, but you can't hide from these guys from LA. They're just going to take you down, and that's what happened there. Poor Norton heading to the sidelines, and you'll see it one more time here. Look at him throwing in unison. Great job by the guys from LA as they win big.
And when we return to Ultimate Dodgeball from Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park, we will have head-to-head matchups of Toronto taking on Grand Rapids. Stay tuned. If you're interested in this great sport of Ultimate Dodgeball, make sure you head over to udodgeball.com. There you can learn more about the sport, see great videos, and locate upcoming Ultimate Dodgeball events at a Skyzone near you. Again, check out udodgeball.com.
Make sure you catch the upcoming Ultimate Dodgeball Pepsi Charity Challenge, when Randy Couture's team of MMA athletes hit the Skyzone trampolines to take on Team Skyzone. Check your local listings for the upcoming episode on this channel.
You're watching Ultimate Dodgeball presented by Skyzone and by John Saycash Company. Premium rigging solutions for your wire rope and rigging needs. And by Eddie Kane Steel, your #1 source for steel plate.
Back at Skyzone, an amazing matchup coming your way now. Grand Rapids Skyzone will take on Toronto Skyzone. Toronto did very well last year against Covina in the final. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum, Ed, but do they have the advantage against Grand Rapids?
Well, let me tell you, Grand Rapids and Toronto, you couldn't ask for two more different teams. You've got Toronto, a very controlled, strategic team. They're veterans, great players, captained by Dave Kuttner, going up against an amazing, young, athletic, fan favorite team in Grand Rapids that has a completely different style of play. So it'll be a very interesting game to watch as you see a veteran team go against what arguably is a rookie team, and this matchup could be one of the most exciting matchups of the entire day.
Absolutely. Great matchup coming your way. Let's get to it.
Skyzone Grand Rapids in Detroit versus Skyzone Toronto. Let's check out Grand Rapids first. Who do we got, Ed?
Number 22, Austin Morley, always seems to be the last guy left on the court. We also have Harry Santi, number 14. And we have number 32, Kenny Bacchus. Not to be outdone, of course, Captain Kevin Bailey, number 4. And then we have Kyle Peltier, number 19. And Vincent Baggett, number 9. A great arm on this kid. Also a great arm is Trevor Nordberg, number 36. He also has a very unassuming no-look throw that can take you out when you don't expect it.
And let's take a look at Team Toronto, Michael Laziak.
Yeah, 00 is always hustling out there for Toronto. And we've got Jason Mergler, number 13. And Jonah Koplowitz, number 18. Two very solid players here for Toronto. Look for big things today, but don't leave out Dan Vizicott, number 23. He'll have something to say today. And don't forget the offensive and defensive Dave Kuttner, number 17, team captain. And Southpaw Jeff Snow, number 6, can take you out when you least expect it.
So great matchup getting underway. It is the first game of 3. And here we go. In red is Toronto, and in blue, Grand Rapids.
And Toronto's not messing around, Trace. Look how they're coming up. Very aggressive. But I don't think they realize how good this Grand Rapids team is. They are a very surprised team out here. I don't think anybody expect them to put on the show they've been putting on lately.
Well, they got 2 guys down already, and now 3, Ed.
Yeah, and look how confident Toronto is right up at that front line. But there's a catch there, and that brings in another one of these guys from Grand Rapids. And these kids all have arms. They're all baseball players, and they can all throw.
That would help.
You know, a lot of people think throwing's the whole deal in dodgeball, but catching is very important. And if you notice there, that catch is what turned this thing around.
Another catch by Grand Rapids.
There we go again, and that's something you cannot overlook. And all of a sudden,
wow,
it's over.
What a turn of events. Grand Rapids takes it. The first game of 3, Ed. Incredible comeback.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay. And it starts off with Jeff Snow, southpaw for Toronto, just taking out Grand Rapids captain Kevin Bailey right there. Bailey goes down. Bailey goes down. Now take a look at this here, 4-on-3, and great teamwork by Toronto as they take 3 shots at Morley, and it pays off. Bang, bang, and bang, and it's the third one by Laziak, and that's the kill. And then Mergler takes a shot at Baggett right here, but it's a great catch. Look at that. He catches it between his legs and with his shins. Here we go again, close up, and that's an amazing catch, and that brings in more firepower from Grand Rapids as a player comes in from the queue. And look at it again one more time. I mean, I don't know how he controlled that, but he did. He shows it to the ref, and all of a sudden things are tied up 3-3, and Canada goes away from the game plan, kind of splitting up their throws, and Bailey, who would come back from a catch on Baggett, is able to get his hands on Bidzik's attack. And here we go. We'll see it right here. There's the catch. He points him out. A little bit closer. Boom. He jumps, catches, and says, hey, I caught this in case you didn't see that. One more time from the top. Love these overhead replays. You get to see the whole effect of the court here. And look at Canada all throwing at the same time, but all in different directions. So watch right here. All of a sudden, Captain Dave Kuttner makes an unusual mistake when he steps on the pad with his left foot, and he is forced to step off the court as he's called out. so that leaves poor Mike Ladziak all by himself, and he's bending down to pick up a ball, but just not enough time to react. And Grand Rapids just takes the shot that they need to take. They don't hesitate, and they finish this game right here. And you'll see Ladziak picks up the ball, jumps, but he can't get out of the way. He makes a great attempt, but Toronto cannot pull in a win.
What a great comeback. Very quick ending for this game as Grand Rapids takes a 1-0 advantage in the best of 3 matchups. Here's game 2.
See, Toronto's a little more hesitant this game than they were the first game. I think they realize what they got a hold of in this young team from Grand Rapids.
Well, there's 2 guys down from Grand Rapids, but we know what happened last game with this scenario.
Yeah, well, I think Toronto knows too. They're a smart team, one of the best teams out there, so I don't think they'll make that mistake twice. As Mergler goes to the sideline and 2 more Grand Rapids guys go.
And just like that, it's 3-on-1.
Whole different game here, Trace.
4-on-1.
See, they all throw at once, with Kuttner calling it out.
And that seals it up for Canada. No problem this game. Ed, what made the difference?
Well, the Canadians were on the attack from the very beginning, a unified attack, and the guy that paid the price for it was Nordberg. Trevor Nordberg just takes a shot to the neck from Jeff Snow. The southpaw just takes him out in the corner. Watch here. Nordberg makes a great no-look throw. He turns around, and he should have been looking himself because he got pasted. And here we'll look at it from the top because Nordberg wasn't the only one to pay the price for that. As we check it out from overhead, Bailey's in the center, and here he is. And there's a shot to Nordberg. Bailey goes down as well, and all of a sudden, you've only got 1 man left back there, and that's Baggett. And that does not last long as Jeff Snow, fired up, lefty on the right-hand side, just takes a cross-court shot, and you'll see it one more time. Nothing Baggett could do. He tried to make a great catch, but it didn't come down this time.
So Baggett gets bagged. Toronto wins game 2 and ties it up. When we return to Skyzone here in Las Vegas, we get the final game of this great matchup. Stay tuned.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
I'm almost 50 years old. Why am I still doing this? To learn dedication and discipline. To be in great shape. To be part of a family. To protect myself. To be a champion. To be a better me. Be a better you.
You are watching Ultimate Dodgeball presented by Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park. Ultimate Dodgeball lives here. Visit skyzone.com for a park near you. And by Center Edge Software. Serious software for a fun business. John Saycash Company. Premium rigging solutions for your wire rope and rigging needs. Lawrence Fabric and Metal Structures. Your imagination is our vision. Start your project at lawrencefabric.com. And by Eddie Kane Steel, your #1 source for steel plates. And welcome back, everyone, to Ultimate Dodgeball from Las Vegas, Nevada. Brought to you by Skyzone Indoor Trampoline Park. Ultimate Dodgeball lives here. Visit skyzone.com for a park near you. And by Lawrence Fabric and Metal Structures. Your imagination is our vision. Start your project at lawrencefabric.com. So before we return to Ultimate Dodgeball action, it's time to look back at our series and see the top 5 plays on this channel. Number 5, when Snow hits Nordberg in the chin, just a bullet, chin check right there. Number 4, Morley from Grand Rapids does a soccer kick. Check this out to allow Bailey to make a huge catch and change dynamics of the game. Great play, great catch. And number 3, check this out. This is amazing. Tartar dodges 3 bullets from Street, Miller, and Gray. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3, and he avoids them all. Number 2, Mergler. Watch this as he nails McVetti in the face. One of the biggest face shots we have seen in this series. And number 1, Ed, weigh in on this one. Oliveira with a back-to-back catch.
Yeah, it's not just a back-to-back catch. Watch this. It's a bounce, catch, then he jumps up. There it is again. Bounce, catch, waves up. Hey, I caught it. Oh, look. Oh, hey, let me go. Block one, and then come up front, gets ready to throw, drops, catches another amazing catch. They have 4 moves all in one shot.
And here we go, Skyzone Grand Rapids versus Skyzone Toronto. It is game 3, tied up 1-1, Ed. Here we go, Toronto in red, Grand Rapids in blue.
Yeah, and this is where we're going to see how experience pays off because, Toronto's been here before. They've been in big games, and these guys from Grand Rapids are having an amazing match here, but they are a younger team, so let's see if they can keep it together. And look, they're fun to watch out there, Trace. It's amazing to watch them work those mats.
You see some guys with a lot of agility. You see a lot of guys that can throw hard, Ed. I mean, a lot of these guys have a variety of talent.
Yeah, and don't look now because it's 3-on-3, and this thing is close. Oh, and Laziak makes a great catch right there. All of a sudden, it's 4-on-2, and Backus stepped on the line that last play, so he's off, and that leaves Morley all by himself in the corner to face Toronto alone. Now there's some confusion there as whistles are blown, but it looks like Morley's still safe, so Toronto's going to reload and take another shot. Morley needs a catch desperately here. He's a great dodger. Let's see if he can get up, plan a little attack, and get back on D.
Tied 1 game apiece. Toronto now in a great position, 3-on-1, as they look to move on here in this series.
And let's see what happens here. I mean, Morley's just doing an amazing job showing the ref that he's still alive.
He's got a lot of balls on his side.
Yeah, and he's going back to that corner. He likes that corner, and they've got to ferret him out of there. They're going to go 2-on-1 on him, and that's the way you got to play it. Great block. I mean, Morley's just doing an amazing job out there. He's taking all the balls. He doesn't want any chance, any of them picking them up from the Toronto side.
He's got a great advantage. The ref's now saying you better throw those things now. Holding on to him a little bit too long, right, Ed?
Yeah, and he's throwing a little too wild there. He's got a more accurate throw than that. Now he doubled them up. Laziak's got a throw here. He had the ball last, so I'm sure the rest can be pushing Toronto to throw, and they do. Morley's back there. Amazing game. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. What an ending.
And what a great opportunity for Canada.
The celebration begins for Toronto as they now have a chance to play Los Angeles in the upcoming final. Northeast takes on the Southwest. Let's check out the highlights here, Ed.
Well, we start off the game with a solid response shot from Bailey of Grand Rapids as he takes out Mergler. Watch this, he just gets popped in the shoulder, and that puts Mergler to the sideline. And Jeff Snow does not want to be outdone, so what does he do? He responds with a southpaw attack to the right-hand corner on your screen. And look at this, he just fires it. Bang! Yeah, and you look what happened there as we take a look from the overhead camera. Morley was up front and partially screened out Bailey, and Snow just throws full court and takes him out. Look at that, all the way across the court, and it's still a rocket by the time it hits Bailey. And now we're 3-on-3, and a lot of things start happening. Backus makes a critical mistake, steps on that center court line. You'll see it right here. 1-2, bang, over the line and off to the side.
Well, great game, Ed, and great strategy for Toronto, but probably the most pivotal part of the game is Laziak's catch. That made the difference.
Yeah, that was huge, and you can see it right here. He just dials it in, goes to the mat, uses the tramp, and comes up fired up. And then poor Morley's back there all by himself, and he does a heck of a job. I mean, look at him using the wall, jumping around, and that's what's so great about this trampoline style of dodgeball. Here it is again. We're going to see a close-up here. 1-2 balls come at him. He manages to dodge, and now we'll see it really extreme close-up, Trace.
Well, it's a very close shot, but he definitely avoids the ball, Ed. And then he's still alive, so Morley back in action as Toronto starts to celebrate just a little bit too early.
Yeah, and Morley comes out throwing, and that takes out Koplowitz really quick. And Laziak's lucky he didn't get pegged because he had already turned to run off the court and celebrate. And look at these guys. They caught him all off guard. And you see it right here. There's Koplowitz going down. That leaves Mergler and Laziak all by themselves. And here it is, the nail in the coffin. You know, Laziak's just been coming up with big catches, big plays. I mean, give it to Morley. I mean, he was back there a long time, and it's a heck of a way to go out on a throw like that. You know, he did his best, but look at the celebration on Laziak's face. He knew he had that, and Morley on the other end drops to his knees in defeat.
Well, we've seen two great matchups here on Ultimate Dodgeball. Ed, what do you think? Final thoughts here? I mean, this is a healthy sport. It's growing. A lot of more people getting involved. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just blowing up. Skyzone has done an amazing job. There's centers all over the country, all over North America, and they're just growing like weeds. And if you watch this sport, it just gets more and more exciting each and every time I come out and watch a game. Today was just incredible. The players are just getting better and better, and I can't see where the sport can't go. So if you live anywhere near a Skyzone, I say get on out there, get on these trampolines. It's a lot of fun. They do birthday parties, corporate events. Just get out and play open play. I mean, it's just changed the dynamic of the whole sport.
And if you want to learn more, go to udodgeball.com. We'll wrap things up here. For Ed Prentice, I'm Trace Worthington. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.